story is about prison, danger, seeing that I look so menacing, you know, and I'm black, so you know it's gonna be about crime.
Go again.
Let me tell you, prison is an odd place because you do not know the rules. No matter how many prison movies you watched and documentaries of locked up, you still don't know the rules of what's gonna happen. So I'm on my way to what they call necessities. Necessities is, you know, where your clothes, you get your laundry and all that. So I'm walking to necessities and a dude just walks by and say, Mexican got on boots. I'm like, what the f does that mean? Because it's like, I've been in prison like the first day. What you mean Mexican got on boots? Everybody got on boots. So I thought. Dude walked past, Mexican got on boots. Mexican got on boots. So I tell somebody else, Mexican got on boots.
Why is it a baby? Nah, bruh. That reminds me of the Chappelle stand up. He said he saw a baby on the corner. He said, chill, I'm selling weed, nigga. Bruh, why is it a baby, bruh?
Dude looked down and say, Mexican do have on boots, and just take off running.
Bye, have a great time.
I'm like, was I supposed to run? Because the Mexicans have on boots? So I asked the old dude, I said, hey, Mexican got on boots. He say, all right, they got on boots. I said, what that mean? He said, it's gonna be a riot. I said, you pretty calm about a riot. I said, how you know Mexicans got on boots mean it's gonna have a riot? He said, because Mexicans don't wear boots on the rec yard. I said, okay, what they wear on the rec yard? He say, sneakers, they play handball all the time. And then you look and you see Mexicans over there playing handball, but they got on boots. So I'm like, still don't comprehend. So I get back to my cell, I say, hey, to my cellie, I say, you Mexican, what Mexican got on boots?
Yo, the mustache, yo. All right, bruh. No, not like that whole hairstyle and that mustache is killing me, bruh. All right, dog.
Comprehend. So I get back to my cell, I say, hey, to my cellie, I say, you Mexican, what Mexican got on boots mean? He say, that mean we gonna ride, we gonna stab a couple of black guys up.
What the fuck?
And I asked, this when you in prison, you ask dumbass questions. I'm like, does the ride happen in here? Like in this cell? Cause me and you just finished eating together. What you mad at me about? I don't know. But this is when you learn that you stick with your race in prison, no matter what, you stick with your race. I don't know why I can't have a Mexican friend. He's in my cell. I don't know what's going on, but Mexican got on boots, and I gotta figure out what I'm supposed to do now. And I still don't know, I gotta still ask people. Found a black dude, I'm like, yo, so what I do now, the Mexican got on boots. He say, you gotta find you a knife. I say, I gotta find a knife? You can't have no knife in prison. He said, you just got here, huh? I said, yeah, I just got here. He said, man, look, you gonna need to find a dude named CC and get you a knife. It's 3,000 people on this unit. How the fuck I'm supposed to find CC? I don't know. So I'm just walking around, Mexican got on boots, CC.
He ain't tell you what he looked like, what he had. Well, they all have on the same thing, most likely. But you don't tell me, like, does he have locks? Does he got a fade? Like, does his eyes close together? Like, give me at least a description of the man. Like, how damn? Now he's just running around, CC. That's crazy.
Mexican got on boots, CC. Dude say, hey, you looking for CC? I say, yeah,
Bigums.
You must need a knife. I say, yeah. He say, why you need a knife? I say, you ain't heard? He say, no, I ain't heard. I've been away work all day. Mexican got on boots. He take off running.
Why are you
I
running?
take off running after him only because he never told me what CC was. I catch him, he say, man, go on the rec yard. CC gonna be on the rec yard. And I'm like, I don't wanna go on the rec yard. I just left the rec yard. That's how I found out Mexican had on boots. So I'm sitting on the rec yard, looking around for somebody who may look like a dude named CC. So I'm asking, I'm looking, I'm waiting. I say, somebody gonna speak to CC. Got to. Dude walk, what up, CC? I say, that's who I'm looking for right there. I see CC, I nod, he nod back. I say, can I come over there? He say, come on, young blood. I get over there. I say, hey, CC, Mexican got on boots. He say, I heard. I say, I need a knife. He say, well, come to my cell in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna hook you up. I get to the cell. I say, CC, I need a knife. He said, what type of knife? I don't know, I just got here. He said, what type of knife you looking for? I say, something sharp, something to poke a motherfucker with, I don't know. So he put up a towel and say, hold on, let me show you some knives. And now it's 8 knives in front of me. It's like I'm at fucking Macy's. I'm like, yo. I'm like, you know, what kind of knife you want? I said, well, you know, what kind of knife I need for a ride? I ain't never been to ride before. He said, well, you gonna need something where you can stick multiple people and it break off. I say, is that right here on the thing? He say, no, these are personal knives. What you want your knife made out of? I say, there's too many choices, man.
Oh, I got it, bro.
I just need a knife to protect myself. He said, well, goddamn it, listen to me, man. Do you want it made out of wood, plastic, metal, or what? I say, CC, listen to me. I don't know, because I've never been to ride before, what's gonna protect me. He say, new ass motherfucker. Like, it's wrong to be just getting to prison. I don't want to be here from the beginning. So calling me new don't mean shit to me.
Like, excuse the
So
fuck
I
of me.
said, so man, what would you suggest?
Yeah.
He said, I suggest something personal, like a pen top. But would that sustain with a riot? He say, no, that ain't riot knives. That's just personal walk around. I say, motherfucker, I need a knife for the riot. Cause Mexican got on boots.
Like, you know Mexican got on boots. I told you, you said you heard. Why are you giving me a personal, like, you know? All right, bro. Like, the dude, like, OG being, CC being difficult for no reason, bro. Like, just give me the knife, bro. Like, how damn.
I said, man, how much is a personal knife gonna cost me? 2 bags of coffee. Come back a little later on the day. I say, cool, CC. So I wait 3 or 4 hours, and I knew he was working on my knife because I was down the cell and I heard on the ground. I said, yeah, my knife gonna be sharp than a mother.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm hearing it. I'm like, I'm hearing it. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait. And I'm practicing in my cell how I'm gonna use my knife. Practicing this shit. So then this dude named Mitch say, hey, you getting you a knife? I say, yeah, CC working on my knife. He say, man, you need more than that. I say, what I need now? He say, you need to know Mexican got on boots so they can kick you in the fucking shin while you fighting. Boots are made out of metal, so you got to do this.
Man,
This
what
is
kind of kick was that? Hold on. My bad. Hold on.
I say, what I need now? He said, you need to know Mexican got on boots so they can kick you in the fucking shin while you fighting.
Damn, that's a hell of a kick. Yo, that nigga went down with... Yo, the only kicks I would never take in life is like John Jones, bro. Like, John Jones kicks, like, I'd rather have death. Like, but the fact that, I don't know what type of power he got in his legs, dog, but that had to be a hell of a kick, dog. That dude went straight down. That's hilarious.
Boots are made out of metal, so you got to do this. This is Mitch. This is in my cell teaching me how to be in a riot. Look, first of all, when you get out there, stay close to the wall, because motherfuckers gonna be trying to stab you. I said, that's pretty much what a riot is. That's why I'm getting a knife. Okay. So he say, you gonna have to do a rock and lean. I said, what the fuck is a rock and lean? Mexicans gonna come out there, they gonna have their knives. You gonna have to have your shirt off with your knife. And when you do this, you gonna have to rock to see what foot the Mexican gonna kick you with. I said, this is too much. This is too much. It's like a choreographed dance. I go back to CC, I say, yo, CC, I gotta go to the rec yard. Look like it's finna get live. I need my knife. He say, man, I just sold your knife. What the fuck? See, you said it was a personal knife. For me, it cost 2 bags of coffee. Why it's not personal no more? He say, man, it was personal. Then a dude came in with 3 bags of coffee, then it made it business. I say, so you sold my knife? He say, yeah, sold your knife. I say, the Riot about to jump off. Hey, man, do what you can do. So, moral of the story, how it end up, I fucking get cut. Cause I ain't have a fucking knife and I forgot to rock. I'm out there rocking with no knife. I'm not getting kicked, but I'm getting cut. I got cut down my side from a Mexican who didn't even have on boots.
Hey, just do all that only to get cut by someone who didn't even have on boots is crazy. But shout out to Ali Siddiq, one of the greatest comedians, to me, the best comedian out right now. Like, it's him and Josh Johnson, the 2 best out right now, in my opinion. Also, shout out to Comedy Animated for his great creativity and cartoonist skills. But yeah, that's Mexican got on boots. Like, if you know Ali Siddiq, you got to know that story. One of the best stories ever told. He has so many of them. Probably the best storyteller I've seen in almost, maybe it might be crazy to say, but it's just like Cosby. Like, the way this dude tells stories, bro, is just insane. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, shout out Things Are the Things. The one thing this taught me listening to Ali Siddiq is I never, ever, 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 ever want to go to prison. Like, I'm gonna do everything in my power not to ever go to that motherfucker. Like, what you talking about? But like, comment, subscribe, shout out Things Are the Things. Ain't gotta go home. Do gotta get to stepping. Peace.
Did you tell me this was over? There ain't no use talking it over. Yeah, or can you try to tell me sooner? Or can you tell me this was over?